Manila's rock spirit is back, and it's loud, proud, and totally Pinoy. Jeproks the musical takes us back to the 1970s this November. Featuring the songs of legendary Filipino rock star Mike Hanopol, this show celebrates the Jeproks attitude. Cool, rebellious, and forever relatable. To tell us more about this rockin' trip down memory lane, we're joined by the brilliant team behind it all, director Frannie Zamora and playwright Nick Pichay on The Hangout. I said it wrong. I want to call myself out here because I said Mike Hanopol's name wrong.
Yeah.
Right, just reading it. So, galing lang ang weather and now a storm is coming for me. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Nick and Frannie to the show. Beautiful day. Thank you so much for joining us.
It's a beautiful day. Thank you for having us.
Okay, so first of all, wow, I'm embarrassed. Ang pangit ng simula ko. But let's
No,
start.
it's okay. Maybe
Di
it's
ba
not.
cute ka naman eh?
It wasn't your generation.
No, actually, I want to bring that up because we talk about generations because 1970s is a very distinct time. I was listening to the music from that time, the Juan de la Cruz Band, Mike's music in the past as well. Iba talaga yung tono, iba talaga yung sound that I don't feel that we hear this often. When we talk about Jeproks, why bring it back now in particular?
Well, first of all, there was a fan of Mike Hanopol who sort of like got the idea that we should do something about Mike Hanopol.
Yeah.
And that's how it started. Pero talagang kailangan ding ibalik natin yung music of that era because I think it becomes a cycle that it was born out of some kind of crisis in the 1970s, and now we have some kind of political and
Yes.
weather crisis as well. No, so it's a good thing to go back to that part of our musical history and figure out what we can learn from it.
Parang ang history repeats itself.
Yes.
So yung mga pangyayari before, parang nangyayari lang din ulit. And isang interview parang sinabi na the younger generation may not be familiar with these particular songs, but they are familiar with the feeling.
Yes.
So yun ang dinadala dun sa play na ito. And it's parang a generational bridge, no. I wanted to ask, paano nyo na what was your way of like gathering itong mga Gen Z audience and making them makarelate sila dun sa feeling and vibe nitong 70s musical na ito?
Sige,
Ako
ikaw
pa.
naman. Sige, ako muna.
Go.
Siyang sumulat si Nick, no?
Yeah.
So, sa napag-usapan namin before, tapusin niya yung buong libreto.
Oo.
Sabi niya sa akin, Frannie, this is set in the 70s. Pero gusto kong treatment mo, timeless. So, andun pa rin yung mga salitang baliktad, di ba? Repa pips, yung mga ganon.
Yeah.
Pero nagdagdag kami ng mga updated, yung mga ginagamit na salita ngayon ng mga Gen Z at millennials for them to identify. Baka identify sila kasi hindi talaga nila alam ang 70s. Hindi nga nila kilala si Nora Honor yung mga Gen Z ngayon
Yes.
Ganun
Magugulat
ka-bad
ka
ang
talaga. Yeah.
Hindi naman bad, ganun sila relax, di ba? Hindi wala silang care sa history. Unlike us before, yung nung nag-start kami sa theater, we really learn kung sino yung pinag-aaral namin, kung sino yung mga nauna sa amin.
Yeah.
Ngayon, hindi required. So, kailangan dito, pag nanood sila, gusto ko maka-identify sila sa mga scenes na mapapanood nila at sa sitwasyon na makikita nila at maalala na, uy, nangyayari pa yan ngayon.
Yeah.
Yun ang buong Jeproks.
So, yung Jeproks, it's actually nostalgia,
Yeah.
but it's also contemporary in that sense. Kasi parang kinapture namin yung 70s era, pero hindi namin kinalimutan na yung mga manunood is now. So, kailangan maka-identify din sila dun sa mga eksena. So, katulad nga ng sinabi ni Frannie, it's timeless. Pag nakita mo, para siyang 70s, pero maiintindihan mo na it happens, it is happening today.
Right.
Yeah. Well, Direk, it actually brings me to my next point because, okay, kung babalikan natin yung 70s, it was a very controversial time for many people.
Yeah.
Simply because of back then, of course, the first Marcos administration. You
Yeah,
had
yeah.
all of the protests happening. Until now, Sir Mike's music was actually part of certain albums dedicated to the celebration of the EDSA revolution. And at the same time, he also mentioned in a recent interview that the music back then, the meaning back then, minsan iba nag-iiba yung meaning to what it is right now.
Today, yeah.
So
That's true.
when you talk about yung challenge na yon as a director, kasi that is so much to consider. The era,
yan, oo.
the lyrics, tapos the musicality, there's so much to put it all together. Hindi ka ba na-stress?
Na-stress ng konti. Kasi this is my first production na musical na medyo pinag-uusapan yung tungkol sa gobyerno.
Yeah.
Hindi ako gumagawa kasi I'm apolitical.
Okay.
My father died because of politics. So,
Okay.
nagka-trauma ako ng kaunti. So, ayoko i-touch talaga.
Okay.
But na-challenge ako sa script niya eh. So, nung pag binabasa ko, padagdag ng padagdag. Yung mga scenes na wala na sa script niya, pero sabi ko, doon papunta yung storya eh.
Yeah.
So sabi ko, hindi ko mapigil. Sabi ko ganyan. Kasi pag nagde-direct nga ako, nag-rehearsal kami, sumisigaw yung cast, Direk, ang bad mo. Bakit mo na naman dinagdag yan? Kailan mo naisip yan? Ngayon lang. Ganun ako eh. Yung
Okay.
instinct ko kasi pa kailangan, gusto ko nakikita silang gumagalaw. And then regarding the music, nag-update kami. We changed the whole arrangement within dun sa mismong play proper. And then, nag-update din ng konting lyrics.
Okay.
So, with the permission, of course, Sir Mike.
Mike Hanopol, of course. Paano nyo sinelect? Like, which songs to put
Nagbigay
into the
si
play?
sorry. Nagbigay si Sir Mike ng mga songs na kung anong pwede namin gamitin. This is kung sa legal namin sa
Yeah.
contract.
Oo.
And then we asked, sabi ko nga sa kanya, doon sa producer namin, si Mr. Johnny Blue, yung ibang songs hindi papasok. Can you ask Johnny, Sir Mike, na kung pwede we can use this song. You know, ako nang bahala, sabi niya ganyan.
Anong reaction ni Sir Mike?
Excited
knowing
siya.
that this is happening?
Excited siya, kaya lang
Okay.
sa contract, supposed to be dapat every night siya magpe-perform 1 or 2 songs after the play.
Oh,
Kaya
okay.
lang,
surprise yun.
Surprise yun.
Sorry.
Pero,
We announced it here on the show.
Yes, first
diba?
time.
Yes, yes.
Pero, mukhang mas sigurado siya sa opening, which is November 20.
November 20. Ooh,
Yeah.
looking forward to that.
You know, she is turning 80 years old. So, nililimit na namin yung kanya exposure.
Okay.
Mahirap na magkaroon ng, wag naman, pero yung accident, ito, pagpanik sa stage,
course.
di ba?
Yes,
He's from the south, malayo siya.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah, Sir Nick, when writing Jeproks, normally kapag sa mga musicals, mga play, it's normal to say, let the words do the work. Like, trust in the words. And sa lyrics ni Sir Mike, there's so much to trust because ang dami niyang sinasabi. There's ang daming kwento just listening to the music. That's why I enjoy music from that time. Kasi talagang may kwento talaga eh. And how difficult or how much easier was yung proseso na yan in actually making the script, making the libretto, and working with the music?
Mahirap yun eh kasi parang it's a jukebox musical.
Yeah.
And as you know, a jukebox musical, you sort of fit the music into a situation that fits the situation and vice versa. So it took me a while. In fact, it did not take me to write the music into the sequence, no? So sabi ko, eto yung sequence natin, tulungan nyo na lang akong ilagay yung music. Ang maganda dun sa arrangement ni Joed Balsamo, you can hear the original, but you can also figure out the emotional context within which the music or the song is going to be sung.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, abangan na lang. Okay na okay siya.
Can you tell us, Sir Nick, ano ang gist nung the whole musical itself, Jeproks? What's
Yun
it
na.
all about? Diba?
Well, it's about a musician who, despite the objections of his father, continues to become a musician, continues to become an artist. So parang ang ina-unbox namin ay ano bang mahalaga, yung gusto ng mga magulang mo, your social obligation, your family obligation, or your self and your self-expression. And then sa bandang huli, it becomes a more nuanced parang exploration of what will you prioritize, yourself or your country? So abangan
Napunta
nyo yun.
ron.
Kung paano namin sa tinuhog,
Tinuhog.
yun ang magiging, we don't want to do a spoiler alert, come and watch.
But the cast is incredible. How
Yeah.
did you select this cast? We're
Han-
talking about...
Handpick, of course,
yeah.
we have Jet Pangan of
Yep.
the Dawn,
Yes.
David Estra, Geneva Cruz, Nino Alejandro, Jeffrey
Jeffrey
Hidalgo,
Hidalgo.
and this coloratura singer, Sheila Ferrer, who's doing a very, very important role.
Very important role. Parang gusto kong tanungin, ano itong very important role na
Spoiler
ito?
na
Secret
yan.
ba?
Hindi
O, ito
naman, hindi
sasabihin
naman.
ni Direk.
Siya yung
Oh.
love interest ni Miko na played by David Esra, pero siya pala yung leader ng mga activists.
So the play starts very like
Very light.
very light, very
Okay.
personal. Yung tatlong magbabarkada na gusto nila mag-combo.
Oo.
Tapos they will get involved in the rallies and protests of the 70s. So
Okay.
aabot tayo sa martial law.
Okay.
But how we treat martial law, we cannot say now. You have to watch.
Yeah, you have to
Yes,
watch.
yes,
Oo.
yes.
No, it's interesting because I'm not sure if yung cast members actually encountered many of the situations in the play. So Direk, given that,
Parang wala sa kanilang naka-experience
Yeah,
na-experience naman.
oo.
They're young mga bata Si medyo umabot ng konti, si Jet.
yes.
Si Jet Pangan.
Yeah.
But the rest, they're millennials, Gen Z.
Okay, because that's really interesting to me because this is an experience that you have had. You've lived through yung era na yun.
Yeah.
And Direk, is there any cast member or any character in the play na nakakita mo yung sarili mo, you can relate to a bit
Yeah.
more, that you were actually able to communicate to the cast right now, like this is what I felt and this is yung kailangan i-portray.
Actually, there's a lot of scene na nakikita ko yung sarili ko na hindi ko sinabi sa kanya na parang ako yan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sabi ko nga sa kanya, kaya masyadong personal sa akin tong play na to. Itong musical na ito. Kasi nung i-declare yung martial law, ang father ko nga nasa police, alam ko na.
Okay.
Tapos ginawa niya, ganun yung eksena, sabi ko, hindi ko sinabi sa kanya yun. Ngayon ko lang sabihin sa kanya.
Wow.
Sabi ko, kasi dun sa dulo, hindi ko pwedeng i-reveal Basta may revelation after a revelation na mangyayari. This is a very, very exciting play. And I think, parang bago to, no? It's a new treatment for a musical. First time na mangyayari ito na parang may mga suspense.
May suspense.
I like that.
So, ang manonood dito, not just people who can understand and relate to the events of the 70s, pero we're expecting also a younger crowd, yung mga Gen Z, millennials na, aminin na natin, some of them might not be familiar with the events that happened before, di ba? So, paano nyo i-connect yun, connect the dots, that anyone, kung sino man yung manood, will be able to feel the vibe of the 70s musical, and at the same time, what are the emotions na gusto nyong baon nila paglabas nila ng cinema?
That's a mouthful. No? So, una, I want to say that the musical is important on it has an importance on many levels. So, on one level, nag-research ako maraming mga kabataan ngayon gusto nilang mag-combo,
Band.
Yes.
So, they might want to come and watch because Mike Hanopol and his generation were the iconic foundations of
Yes.
Pinoy
Yes,
rock.
yes.
Noong unang panahon, hindi tayo nakikinig or hindi pinapakinggan sa radyo ang rock bands na local.
Yeah.
Ang nanguna talaga, ang precursor ng OPM was that generation, yung Juan de la Cruz band,
Yeah.
So they might want to come and see where they came from. Kasi great-grandfather nila si Mike Hanopol. On another level, parang musical to. So musical is light. Ibig sabihin, hindi ka doon para humagulgol. Pero it's martial law.
Yeah.
So kailangan we have to go back and think, what happened during this period? And it's rather grave. So pag pumunta ka doon, kailangan yung musical namin balances that lightness and that gravity.
Okay.
And then third, you have to come and enjoy and groove to the rearrangement of Joy Balsamo and
The rest of the cast.
And the rest of
Yeah.
the cast. So if you're from that generation, come and watch for the nostalgia. If you're not from that generation, come and watch and see where you came from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then kung ilalagay mo na sa simpleng salita, isang malaki siyang trip. Ganun lang siya.
Ganda.
Ganun lang siya.
I love it. Of course, for those wondering, kasi Dave siguro gusto na makita yung track list. Could you give us an example? Is it spoiler ba to if we go and ask what
Some
were
of
the
the
bigger
oo.
hits that people will actually go and enjoy if they watch Jeproks?
Ay, of course, the famous songs of Mike Hanopol, especially yung Jeproks.
Yes,
diba?
Kasalaya,
of course.
yes.
Pero it
Kasi,
was given a different arrangement. In-update.
Okay.
Binagay sa sitwasyon, sa eksena.
Yeah.
A lot of songs of Mike Hanopol like what's this? Balong Malalim, Buhay Musikero, marami. But there's about 20 songs.
20
And then,
songs.
and then the Hagibi songs.
Oh,
Kasama
Yes,
rito.
kasi
Oo.
sinulat ni
Yeah.
Yes.
Mike Hanopol
Use the
yan.
mentor.
Ito ang trivia
of
dyan.
Hagibis,
First
yeah.
two album ng Hagibi, si Mike lahat ang nagboses.
wow.
Yes. Ganito sa amin ni
Hindi
Mike.
pa secret yun.
Alam na nila yun. Binuking na ni Sir Mike. Sa
Okay
marami
lang
niyang
kung
interview.
secret
wow.
siya, dito nila
sa
malalaman
Bilyonaryo.
on
Beautiful
Bilyonaryo.
Day.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful
Yes.
Day.
Oh, thank
diba?
you pala for inviting.
No, no, no.
Of
Thank you for coming on
course,
over.
yes.
And of course, we want people to come on over and catch your show. When and where can they get tickets?
I'd like to take this opportunity to invite all of you who's watching this program to come and watch and support original Filipino productions, original Filipino musical productions. Hanggang ngayon, wala pa kaming sponsor.
Nako, this is the
So I'm
perfect platform.
pleading to all my
Yes.
corporate friends, businessmen, theater enthusiasts to please support us. Meron pang nalalabing araw. Sige na po, kasi this is the first venture of our producer, Johnny Blue, who's also a musician.
Yeah.
He has a band, Uncanny One. Yun ang pangalan ng kanyang band. And he's a very nice guy. Ayoko siya matroma. Gusto kong bumalik yung kanyang ininvest, di ba? Sana man lang suportahan na mas maraming makaka-afford. Nag-sale na kami. Umangat naman yung ticket sales.
Okay.
Halloween sale.
We are definitely going to be there. How long is this going to be running?
2 weekends lang, but 10
weekends, okay.
shows. This is starting November 20, 21, 22, and 23, and the following weekend. Wala lang kaming Sunday because November 30 yung Sunday. May maraking
Yes,
rally.
the rally, of course.
So, minove namin sila ng November 23. So, we have 2
Okay.
shows on November 23. So, this is at the GSIS Theater. Ang ganda naman. Ross Boulevard, near the Senate, where he works. Yeah, sa
Ayun
ligat.
yun yata yung secret. Seeing the reaction ni Sir Nick, parang, ay, okay.
Sige,
Okay.
laglagan na.
I love it. Grabe yung laglagan dito. The revelations of this show.
I know.
All right, and before we reveal too much, we like ending the show on a positive note.
Yes, Direk Frannie, Sir Nick. Our show is called Beautiful Day. What makes your day beautiful? Let's start with Direk Frannie.
Beautiful.
Oo.
Being positive.
Being positive.
Always be positive. Yeah.
Sir Nick.
Ako being woken up by my dog. Random, hello.
Hey,
Oh, di ba nanonood?
I love that. I love that. That is
And a good coffee.
Coffee, of
Thank you.
course.
Masarap yung coffee niyo.
Sarap ng kape ko. I'm
Thank you
very
so
happy with
much.
mine. Thank you so much for joining
Thanks
us.
too.
Yes,
Thanks
and break a leg po. And we're so excited to hear more. And of course, bring
Manonood
back
kami
that
ni
time.
Paolo
Invited
dyan.
kayo dito.
Yes,
Salamat.
yes.
Thank you
We'll
so
November
much.
20, sabihin nyo lang sa akin kay Jeannie.
Okay, perfect.
Thank
All
you,
right. So
Direk.
again,
Thank you, Sir
Director
Nick.
Ryan
Thank you
Zamora
very
and Playwright Nick Pichay from Jeproks Pichay. Sorry. Mali yung ano. Like you read it. You read it with me. You read it with me. I read what's on. Parang na Ron Burgundy ako dun ah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you so much for joining us again. Really appreciate you.